Welcome to Truth Uncovered. In today's video, we're not just telling a story, we're uncovering a quiet reality that many feel but never speak about. Have you ever laid in bed at 2 a.m., eyes wide open, no texts coming in, no notifications, just the eerie quiet and you wonder, is she thinking about me too? Not at 2 p.m. when she's with her friends. Not when she's uploading pictures that show the world she's happy, but at 2 a.m. when the lights are out. When the distractions are gone, when silence becomes its own kind of noise, that's when she feels your absence the most. It's not something she plans. It's not a thought she invites. It's the kind of memory that creeps in unannounced. And in that moment, she doesn't just remember you. She feels you. This isn't about bitterness or longing. This is about presence. This is about masculine energy, emotional steadiness, and the echoes you leave behind, not by force, but by how you walked away. Today, we're going deep. We'll explore why 2 a.m. is the most emotionally raw hour of the day, why women remember calm men, not chaotic ones, and why walking away with silence might be the most powerful statement you'll ever make. This video is about discipline, dignity, and becoming unforgettable without saying a word. Let's begin. Chapter Flow 1. The Science of Stillness at 2 a.m. Why does 2 a.m. hit different? Because at 2 a.m. your senses don't lie. Science shows that in the late night hours, the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that handles logic and decision-making, goes quiet. What gets louder is your limbic system, your emotional brain. So when the world slows down, the emotions speed up. That's why at 2 a.m., she's not strategizing or calculating. She's feeling raw and real. There's no one around to perform for. No distractions to help her bury what's unresolved. No one to tell her, you'll get over it. It's just her. And memory. And memory doesn't knock before entering. It barges in. It drags your name back into her mind. Not because you asked for it, but because you left something behind. A stillness, a presence, a kind of masculine energy. That wasn't loud, but was unforgettable. Chapter 2. You didn't leave a scar. You left a standard. She's not thinking about the chaos. She's not missing the drama. She's remembering the moment you held her hand while she was falling apart. She's remembering how you didn't try to fix her. You just stood still. You weren't the man who begged. You weren't the man who exploded. You were the man who left without burning the bridge. Haunts her more than anger ever could, because you didn't leave her with wounds. You left her with standards. You raised the bar now. Every guy she meets feels like noise compared to the quiet strength you carried. And that's the kind of thing she only realizes at 2 a.m. Chapter 3. The Psychology of Regret in Silence. Pride is loud at 3 p.m. She walks around with her head high, laughing, posting, saying she's healed. But pride doesn't survive silence. At 2 a.m., pride goes to sleep, and regret wakes up. That's when her brain replays the last time you were truly there, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, energetically. She remembers how you stopped texting first, how you stopped explaining, how you stopped showing up, and that silence didn't say, I'm angry. It said, I know my value. You weren't punishing her. You were preserving yourself. And that's what cuts the deepest, because she knows now. You were the calm she didn't know how to keep. Chapter 4. Memory is her punishment. It's not yours. She may be the one who left, or maybe you did. But either way, her mind still replays the calm, the emotional safety. The strength you showed without saying much. When she scrolls at night, she's not looking for someone new. She's accidentally landing on your old photos, your old messages, your old energy. And here's what's wild. Her thumb knows the way to your profile of muscle memory. Not because she wants to go there, because her mind already took her there. That's not control. That's influence. You didn't manipulate her. You didn't chase her. You just existed with such emotional depth that even her silence remembers you. Chapter 5. Loneliness is the truth. Serum loneliness is not the absence of people, it's the absence of meaning. And no amount of new followers, new dates, or new posts can replace the feeling of emotional security. She's surrounded during the day, but no one sees her at 2 a.m. when her smile fades and her thoughts wander. And they always wander back. To the man who didn't need attention, to the man who didn't fight to be heard, to the man who brought presence, not pressure. That's you. You were still, you were solid, you were real. And now, all she has is noise. Noise she thought she wanted. But at 2 a.m., noise becomes torture because real presence can't be replaced. And you can't fake peace. Chapter 2. The man she remembers isn't the loud onelet. Get this straight. She's not missing you because of what you said. She's missing you because of how you were, the way you looked her in the eyes. She was unraveling. The way you stayed grounded when she tested you. The way you left not in anger. Not in desperation, but with dignity. A man who walks away with dignity doesn't need closure. He becomes the closure. And 2 a.m. is when she reads that story. Again and again. Not in words, but in the quiet ache that only shows up when no one else is around. Chapter 7. Discipline is her reminder of what she lost. You didn't fall apart after her. You didn't spiral. You leveled up. She thought you'd come back. She thought you'd beg. She thought, wrong. You hit the gym. You started. Journalling. You stopped checking her stories. You started building your mission. You didn't use the pain to get petty. You used the pain to get powerful. That's the version of you she never expected. And that's the version she can't stop remembering, especially at 2 a.m. Chapter 8. Real masculine energy doesn't chase. It chooses. Real masculine energy isn't about dominance. It's about direction. It doesn't say, I need you. It says, I choose me. And when you chose yourself, you gave her the rarest experience. A man who didn't flinch, a man who didn't fold, a man who didn't beg. That's unforgettable. Not just to her, but to you. Because now you see peace isn't something you give away anymore. You protect it. You honor it. You build with it. Chapter 9. Let her remember. That's her journey now. You don't need to reach out. You don't need to explain. You don't need to remind her. The stillness you walked away with is reminder enough. Let her sit in that silence. Let her wrestle with that memory. You're not being cold. You're being aligned. She'll either grow or she won't. But you're moving forward. You're journaling at midnight, not texting. You're meditating at dawn, not arguing. You're building silently, not breaking loudly. Final reflection. True peace leaves echoes. If you've made it this far, you know the truth. She doesn't miss the conversations. She misses the man behind them. She doesn't miss your voice. She misses the silence you left behind. She doesn't miss the romance. She misses the presence that steadied her soul. And now that it's gone, she hears it louder than ever. At 2 a.m., so let her remember. Let her grow. Let her evolve. And you keep becoming. You keep aligning. You walking in silence. Because real men don't need to shout. They just leave echoes. Call to Asatio Anif. This video whispered something to your soul. Don't keep it to yourself. Drop a comment and type, true. Peace leaves echoes. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more content on masculinity, stoicism, emotional strength, and becoming the kind of man the world rarely sees, but never forgets. This isn't just a video. It's a movement of quiet power. Until next time, this is Truth Uncovered.